Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Are we ready? Just a second. We're so excited to have this young lady at this event with us seniors. I don't think that she needs much introduction, but we're so proud here in Nye County, Nevada, which is the second largest county in the continental United States, to have the First Lady of the United States here. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to Ken and let him.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pahrump Senior Center. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'd like to thank everybody for attending. It is our great honor and our pleasure to introduce the former First Lady Rosalynn Carter.
I'm pleased to be with you, and I thank you for calling me a young lady. Because I identify with you. Jimmy was 82 years old yesterday. Hey. And I'm not 82 yet, but I'm getting close. And in July, we had been married 60 years. We celebrated. I'm more on the senior side than I am on the young side. But it's really nice to be here. And I heard there were going to be some young Democrats here too.
Yes, ma'am. They're back in the back. Ricky.
Young Democrats here. And I heard you just got organized, which is wonderful. We need your help to elect Democrats. And there's all kinds of things you can do. And the most important thing is to get out the vote, to help get out the vote. That's going to be really important this year. And I thought that I would talk to you just a little bit and maybe answer some questions, but I thought I might bring you up to date on our family, because our family has changed. Amy Carter has a little boy who's 7 years old. She was 9 when we went to the White House. She has a birthday this month. She will be 39. It's hard for me to believe that she's that old. And Hugo is the little boy. He's way above average. And he's not our only grandchild. We have 11 grandchildren, and one of them is right here, Sarah Carter, who's Jack Carter's daughter. And she's out here helping him with Jack with his campaign. She's going to be here full time until the election, I think. Our campaign is a family affair. That's the way we won our other elections. Everybody campaigned. We didn't have any money. When Jimmy was running for governor, running for president, and everybody that helped us when they were traveling around the country had to find a house to stay in, because we didn't have money to pay for hotel rooms. But Jack is doing the campaign the same way we did. His children are all helping, and Jimmy was here last week. I'll be here this week. Chip is here full time. How many of you knew we had 3 boys? A few of you knew. Some of you knew. Well, because Amy got so much attention by the press when we were in the White House, a lot of people just think she was our only child. But we have 3 boys. They were 20, 17, and 15 when Amy was born. And so we have a big gap, and our grandchildren are from 30 to 7. And 1 month ago, today, our first great-grandchild was born. Another little Carter boy, and actually he's Jack's grandson. Jack's oldest son, Jack's son, Jason. It's his little boy named Henry. So I'm glad to be here with you, and I'm not going to make a long speech, but I do want to tell you a little bit about Jack. He's a decent, smart, kind, compassionate, good man. I'm his mother. I can say those things. But he is all of those things, and I'm really proud of him. And he knows the issues. He has traveled around in Nevada for the last over a year, going from one place to another, all over the state, listening to people to see what the problems are and their hopes and dreams, so that he will know how to represent them when he gets to the United States Senate. And it's so important, I think, and I think you will too, to elect Democrats this time. We cannot let the Republicans have another chance to privatize Social Security, for instance. And Jack's opponent voted to do that. And also prescription drugs. I know people have trouble with prescription drugs. The Senate actually passed a bill prohibiting bargaining for prescription drugs. You can't, no matter how many prescription drugs are bought, whether the government buys, they cannot bargain for a lower price. Now the Veterans Administration can, and they pay half as much for prescription drugs as we do. It's just ridiculous. And so we need a Democratic Senate to change that too. And there are about 5 states that have senators that they think will elect Democratic senators, but we need 6 to change the Senate. So if Nevada could vote for Jack Carter for Senate, it would change the whole government in Washington. The Senate would be in Democratic hands. And I think that is so important because you see what's happened with the Republicans when they control everything, the House and the Senate and the presidency. And we just need the checks and balances. And so I think I think that Nevada would be doing a service to the whole country if it changed the Senate. And so this is more important this year than it has been in a very long time. And this state, you can do it. It's so exciting to me. And to be here and to know that Jack's running for the Senate. And also another thing, if Nevada elects Jack Carter to the U.S. Senate, it will not only have a whole country, it will be special to Nevada because guess who will be majority leader? Harry Reid. You'll be electing the majority leader in the United States Senate. So I think those are some really good arguments for voting Democratic this year. And I'm really pleased to be with you. And now I think we're going to all have some ice cream. I was just looking to see if I had anything else I wanted to tell you. Another thing I would like to tell you about Jack is that he grew up being a hard worker. He learned to work hard very early. When Jimmy came home from the Navy, when his father died, to run the family business. His brother Billy was still in high school. And we came home, and Plains is very small. We have 9 stores on one side of the street, the railroad track, and then the residential section. And the high school was right across the railroad tracks from our office, the Carter's warehouse office. It was a farm supply business. We sold seed and fertilizer to the farmers, and then when they made their crops, peanuts and cotton and corn, we bought them from them. And so I kept the books. Jimmy ran the business. I kept the books, and our little boys, 3 little boys. This was before Amy was born. Would come home from school, would come to the office from school, and as soon as they were able to work, Jimmy would put them to work. And Jack Carter has shoveled more peanuts than you have ever seen in this state. And he has also driven those big spreader trucks and spread fertilizer on farmers' fields. And I remember one day he came in, he was so proud because when the peanuts are taken up out of the ground, they're green, and they have to be dry, because if you put green peanuts, you can understand, if you stack them up, they'll mold. And so you have to dry them. And we had a drying plant, which just blew, the trailers had perforated bottoms, and we just blew air up through. And one day he came in so excited because he had backed the first trailer into the slot where the air blew up. He was so excited because he had learned to do that. Well, anyway, he grew up being a hard worker. He went to Georgia Tech and got a degree in physics, which will help him with energy policy. He went to Georgia Law School, University of Georgia, got a degree from University of Georgia. He has been involved in national and international finances, so he knows money, and he abhors the huge budget deficit that the Republicans have run up. He believes in, like Jimmy did, in a balanced budget. And he said when he got there, he was going to try his best to do something about cutting down all of the spending that has caused our budget deficit to go up, which is going to hurt not only us, but our children and our children yet unborn. It's just a tragedy what's happening under this Republican administration. So I ask you to be sure to vote, and be sure to vote Democrat. Thank you.
Right now, at that time, please no autographs, because she doesn't have time to do all the autographs, but she will visit each table at a time.
Go ahead. Watch your step.
You may have trouble doing that. All I want to do is see that.
It's the best to look at Jack.
It's fine.
You guys will get up and get some ice cream. Eat some more ice cream.